Some people talk, in sports about being motivated by fear. Is there any fear of failure for you with this new jump into this organization?
Yeah, I mean, when I was there was fear of failure. There's always going to be fear of failure, I think, in everything you do. If you're a professional and you got a professional job, I think you're crazy if you don't have some sort of a, fear of failure driving you to do the job well. But, and I used to have that a lot before. Not so much now. We haven't really got into the chunk of the year yet or really got to work yet, but I remember how it used to feel coming into the season, and how it feels now is more like the feeling that I have now is more like excitement about the opportunity. Just having a lot of excitement about the chance. The cars, when I walk through my shop and looking inside the cars out, all around the engine compartment and everything, how the craftsmanship is, the cars are just so well prepared. I just can't wait to get in there and get to work with them and get to drive them and go to the racetracks, and can't wait to see how we go around Martinsville. I'm thinking about everything, Can't wait to practice here, practice there, try it at this track, go to that track. And so there's just a lot of optimism, and, where before maybe the pressure you'd put on yourself not to fail was prevalent over everything else going into the season. Now it's more about the opportunity, just ready to get in the middle of the year and get to work. Just start putting some races in, and I can't wait to the test. I hate testing. I almost hate, I'm almost get mad at myself for saying I look forward to it, but I do. I'm ready to go to Vegas. I want to see how we go, how we work, how the other guys, being able to work with them, briefing with them. They're real excited about these debriefings. I've never done them before, but I'm anxious to get in the middle of them, see how it goes, and see what we learn.
The other day, Brian France said that with the ratings the way they are in attendance, he said that one thing that can help NASCAR is if you start winning and you get thick in a championship battle. Do you feel that? Is that at all pressure that the weight of the sport maybe is on you?
Well, when I, just kind of like the fear of failure thing, I would feel pressure from that before. But now I think, wow, guys telling me that I'm driving the television ratings. Now, to be honest with you, there's no real answer to that question. There's nobody really say that's exactly what the cause is. But if the president of NASCAR makes that comment, or the chairman, I would say he's the president, but chairman, whatever. He's top dude, and he said when he makes that kind of statement, it makes you really feel like you got to be the luckiest guy on the face of the earth that is interested in motorsports. There ain't a guy out there that wouldn't trade to be in this position, and I know that. All right, this guy's, I'm getting ready to drive Hendrick cars, best cars in the business, most popular driver. I'm on the mind of the head dude enough for him to comment in a press about it. That's where you want to be, other than holding a championship trophy. And that's sort of the ultimate goal. But I'm just I feel I feel just fortunate and really blessed to, in every sense of those two words, to be in that situation. And it keeps happening. You kind of think, all right, that's the peak, and that's really, there's other things and other people that'll come into the sport and draw percentages of the attention and the press. But there's all these things that just continue to happen that sort of, just blow my mind. That's one of them. I never, even a year ago, 2 years ago, I never believed that would be said by Brian. So it's pretty, although maybe he's trying to send me a message to get off my butt, but it's pretty impressive for him to say that.
As excited as you are being here, is it kind of odd or strange not being there?
Not so much. No, no, it's not. I don't know why it is. It sort of occurs to me that it is strange standing there taking pictures with Jimmy and Jeff and Casey. Not so much Casey. I could see me and Casey working together. I never thought I'd be working with Jeff. I thought we would always, the way him and my dad were competitors, I felt like I would always be his competitor. And so it's very strange and feels, strange. I'm excited about it and happy to have the opportunity to be here and work with him, but it still is different. The number, everything, every time you see everything, it's like, it just hits you really, really hard. The question of how did it get to this, and how did we get here, and what a freaking journey it was, So, but I thought, well, if that's the way I feel about this, I've got to have some kind of feeling of resentment or some kind of feeling about DEI or why I'm not there or not doing media day there today. But I don't. It don't even enter my mind. It does not cross my mind the least amount. I mean, it doesn't. I wonder why it doesn't. I wonder why it doesn't cross my mind at all. But it doesn't. Nothing. It doesn't. I don't know why. I guess I was. We had. You guys remember. For several years, 6, 7, 8 years, there had been hinting of. Would I re-sign in those other contract deals? And so, you can only imagine that maybe, there was always kind of issues, and the times that we did sign, it wasn't like, an overnight decision or something done on a whim. It was kind of difficult to do it a couple times, but I wanted to do it, but. I don't know. It's just, I don't know why it doesn't cross my mind of why I'm not there or does it feel weird not being there? It doesn't. It doesn't feel weird not being there.
We were just there, and there's it's almost devoid of anything of your time there.
Really?
No pictures or anything.
Yeah,
It's very strange.
I don't know what else you would expect. That's, for them, I wouldn't say that. I'll tell you one thing. I don't think there's any animosity, and I don't think they would do anything to directly insinuate we're totally free of that, or we don't want to have anything to do with him, or we don't want to recognize his time here, or whatever. I don't think there's any intention on that. I don't think that Max is like that. I don't think Teresa's like that. If there is, it doesn't matter to me, because it doesn't matter to me. But I'm sure it looks different over there. I'm still great friends with Truex. We talk every night, literally every night. And we don't talk about DEI. We don't talk about Hendricks. But I know that if there was something to happen or something uncomfortable or interesting or that he felt like I needed to know, that we would discuss it. But, it's just, it's just a unfortunate part of the whole process is that it had to happen, and I didn't want to be there anymore, regardless of where I was going to go. And it's unfortunate that it didn't. I mean, it ended okay. It could have been a whole lot uglier, but it's unfortunate that that's part of the process to get to where I am now.
Some people, I know you've won 17 times on this circuit. Some people are sort of shoving that aside and saying it's put up or shut up time.
Yeah.
If you can't do it here,
Yeah.
you can't do it.
Yeah.
Do you acknowledge that, and do you buy into that at all?
No, not at all. Me and Tony Jr. was talking about it the other day. We've won some pretty good races, and we've had pretty good success. And when when the races that we didn't run, we ran great. We always run pretty good. And last year I ran really, really good. Just didn't finish and win anything. If we'd have won a